What's going on, guys? Today's video is sponsored by The Mandalorian. I'm just kidding, I wish it was. No, this is it's a pretty cool Funko Pop that I got. I gotta get myself a Baby Yoda one, man. I love these little things. They're great decorations around the room. Man, I wish I was sponsored by those things, but I'm not. So today's video is a video that has been in the works for a little bit. I don't have any of these characters. You guys know me. I don't always have all these characters. I don't have a test count to show you guys these cool characters. So what I have to do is really kind and nice people from the community and people who watch the videos have been helping me out with some of these videos. So this is day one of the next couple days, 3 days rather, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of videos I'll be publishing that go over G13 reviews. And we're gonna start this off with the Jango Fett review. And I have a couple more I want to do. Not all of them are bounty hunters. And before we show you guys some of the stats in the videos, if you guys want to help out and continue the series with the reviews, if you guys have any other different weird, wacky characters or teams that you might have Relic all the way up, feel free to hit me up on Discord, or if you want to, we can connect over the YouTube comments and then work our way to Discord. Discord is really the best way to try to get these things figured out. I love doing these things, and I hope you guys enjoy them, so let's get into it today. Alright, so here we go. Jango Fett. Jango Fett's modding I think is pretty straightforward. He isn't really rocking too much speed. We'll have to see here. I think he might actually be rocking some speed. But if I were to mod mine, I would typically go for speed and potency in the Jango Nest team on defense. But this is for offense, so he's going for more crit damage. And yeah, you can see he got full 6E crit damage with some potency. And now, if you come over here, you can check out his stats and his mastery. And his mastery here is critical chance, critical damage, and damage. So a lot of extra crit chance. You don't have to worry too much about crit chance mods. And he gets extra crit damage, so he's going to be hitting really hard. And the next little one here, these are the juicy stats. 58,000 HP, almost 50k in the protection. He's got 300 speed, so yeah, he does have fast crit damage and potency mods. He's got maximum crit damage, and he's got over 100% potency. This is a scary Jango Fett, guys. It really is. And then last but not least is his physical offense. Decent. This is really, really optimized mods, I'd say. Probably much better than I could do, honestly. So now that we know some of his mods, what we're rocking today, we're going to get into some battles. And to forewarn you guys, these are with other bounty hunters that are high relics. This is the same person that helped out with the Embo video, and a big, huge shout out to him. His name is Arkin. So thank you again, Arkin. He said he wanted to do some Boba Fett stuff. We already got a Boba Fett one in, but Boba Fett's a really cool one as well. So today, let's get into some of the gameplay here versus different teams. Alright, so we're going to start this one off with actually not a team we're fighting, but it's rather in a raid. This is phase 2 of the HSTR, and this is not really a full HSTR P2 run. This is actually more of a P1 into a P2. But this is, I really wanted to see this particular footage because it is really just Jango and Embo here. Everybody else from Bounty Hunters died in the efforts of getting him to phase 2. So let's just see his damage. Just pure DPS. I think he's going to use his 2 rockets here. Let's see. 160k, that's what I like to see. So he didn't crit on the second one, but man, that's pretty big damage. And he's getting some offense up here. Embo, this is the same guy I was talking about that has the Embo Relic 7 we did a video on a while ago. And now he's got Jango. And Jango, guys, I think Jango, we did other videos. We got an Embo video, we got a Boba Fett video rather. I think if you want to do any bounty hunter Gear 13 first, there's really 2 solid choices. We haven't gotten over the other one, but this Jango guy, Jango's such a good Gear 13. He's probably one of the best leaderships for the bounty hunters. With whenever you do proc his contract, everybody can get the Mandalorian resolve, so they can get revived again if they do happen to die. And he can, whenever somebody is burning, I think with his leadership, they can't gain bonus TM. So it's a great counter towards like some resistance, I guess, and some other TM teams. But not only does he have a great leadership, guys, he has such a cool kit. He can double tap on basic, as you can see here, 120k on the double taps. It is just crazy. And then he has a double tap kind of built in with his rocket. It hits twice. I think it's called a Shrapnel Blast special. Hits twice, and it can inflict stagger. Stagger is a great debuff for a lot of different bounty hunters, and especially this guy. You can see another Shrapnel Blast right there doing 100k crits. And this, some of the damage is inflated a little bit because you're having some cycles of pain. You have offense up. And you got Embo here. I'm not too sure. If I were to guess who the leadership is, it's probably Embo here. So you're going to get some more offense and some more damage output. But you have those two special we were just mentioning with a double tap on basic and pretty much a double tap on his first special. But his second special with the burning, it can reduce a target's max HP, and that is so cool. I love that a lot. And it is really important in Jango teams when you're talking about defense to make sure that he is going quite fast or pretty much first so that he inflicts the burning and that he can get his contract off really fast from people hitting him or from people hitting the debuffed ally or the enemies rather, not allies. And to do that, you really have to get a lot of AoE debuffs going, and then you can get this contract going. And once you get a contract going off and you do happen to hit it, you have to hit 20 debuffed enemies. Once you get that off, you get the Mandalorian Resolve on everybody. And I think with Mandalorian Resolve, they do more damage. So you're talking about... Oh, dude, Embo, holy cow, man. Chill. 300k. Chill, Embo. This is not a video about you, we already did you. This is a video about Jango, bro. Gosh, that's just disgusting, man. Bounty Hunters, guys, Bounty Hunters are such a cool faction, and we're only bound to get more and more fun, cool, interesting bounty hunters next year with Mandalorian and, you know, whatever her name is, the Cara Dune character. There's so many cool bounty hunters. So this is the end of the run. I want to show this one first. You can see some big damage here. And there's a screenshot. Boom. 7 mil from Jango. And this was an Embo lead, so you're going to get some more offense. And then Embo did 8 mil. So big DPS here is Embo and Jango. That's not bad of a run. Going from P1 into P2, that's great, I would say. So let's move on to some more counters. First one up on the list is versus clones. This is not Gear 13 clones. Besides, I think 5s here is Gear 13. So it's not a full Gear 13 team, and there's no GS because GS is going to curb stomp a lot of these guys. But here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is with Jango lead. You really want to get this contract off going really quick. You want to make sure that you hit these debuffed enemies. And you can see right here that the clones are just popping off here with all their turns. But with Jango Fett, you're getting something that you're not going to get from Boba Fett, really any other guys. It's his big DPS loops he can get himself into with all of his extra attacks. We just lost Bosk a little bit ago, and we lost some extra attacks there. We're still trying to get off his leadership. His leadership is one of the most attractive things. First and foremost, if you guys are interested in this guy and wanting to use him, whether you don't know how to, you haven't seen much gameplay of Jango Fett, or you're on the fence of if I should work on him first when it comes to gear for my bounty hunters, I would consider him to be one of the best or one of the first. And then right afterwards, you need Bosk to tank and be a very, very durable tank. So let's see, what is he going to do? Some damage here in a little bit versus some of these clones. And you just ate up that. That's why I like in this counter you can kind of utilize the Mandalorian Resolve a little bit, because right there Rex just pretty much annihilated him, but we got saved by the revive. So now we're going to kind of try to pick off. Wow, we just destroyed that guy. Rex just went and he just dipped out right there. Double tap Sarge, 50k, no big problem. And we're going to finish up Shock T here in a little bit. Double tap. There's like sometimes where you have the option of using either the AoE burning or using the basic, and typically you want to use the basic just because it has more DPS. Not all the time you want to use the burning. So that's one of the ones I want to show you guys today. Let's go on to another one. Okay, so this is probably one of the last ones I want to show you guys today. We did some raids, we did a battle just barely versus some clones, and now we're going to wrap this up with fun battle versus some Night Sisters. A lot of this, guys, a lot of Arkan's footage is versus some Gear 11, so I'm not going to show you guys all of those because, Relic 7 Jango Fett versus some Gear 11s, it's kind of overpowered a little bit, I guess you could say. So this is the last one. I want to show you guys today. Big shout out to Arkin yet again. I mean, this is some cool stuff. I love seeing this stuff. I really do. Okay, so this is more of a thing you could possibly see yourself using in a GAC or TW, because, you know, bounty hunters, they what was I going with there? No, Boba Fett and Jango Fett can prevent revives. So in most cases here, you can just, you know, annihilate a Daka, annihilate somebody, whoever you want, pretty much with this big hit. So let's see what this damage is. Boom, 75k. Daka is gonzo. It's cool to see. And now you got Dengar there. You know what? I think Dengar he's always been one of those that people overlook. They don't really care to look at Dengar in these scenarios. But Dengar is really important, especially in teams that have a lot of stealth, because whenever he has stealth, the enemies can't gain stealth. So there's a lot of cool different functions and things you can tie in to work with Dengar. So maybe we got some Dengar coming up here in a little bit for another review. Probably not over the next few days, but today is all about Jango Fett. His damage, gotta say, it is not as good as Embo's. I don't know. I say that, but I'm seeing all this cool damage. I think it's really dependent on the leaderships. We saw Boba Fett hitting really hard in my last review, but the reason why I like Jango Fett so much, guys, and why I think he's a top tier Gear 13 for relics and inside the Bounty Hunter faction is because he can double tap on like 2 different specials, and he has an AoE. There is so much extra damage potential here that I think he's a great one to have, and he's probably going to do the most DPS in really any lineup when you're talking about Bounty Hunters, because of how many times he can go and attack. So let's go over what I'm going to give this guy for a review. Alright, so we saw some of the damage he can do. He can do some damage, guys. You got his Shrapnel Blast, you got his basic, and with the extra damage built in with his leadership whenever they have Mandalorian Resolve. There is so much damage on this guy, and I'm going to give this guy a very solid rating of 8 out of 10, because, you know, man, I say 8 out of 10, I don't know if he's going to be an 8 out of 10. He might be even better than 8 out of 10 because of his leadership. His leadership right now is probably one of the best, if not is the best, leadership for bounty hunters. And I wouldn't say scoundrels, because there's some really good scoundrels out there, but his kit is so good. You get extra speed, you get extra damage, you prevent some bonus TM, and then you have his big, huge damage. You know what? I think Relic 7 Jango Fett is a 9 out of 10, guys. I'm going to revert the 8 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 guy right here. He is really good. He is solid, actually. You get use out of him in TWs, GACs, TBs, and maybe one day these guys can prevail yet again in arenas, and they can be useful in arenas. He doesn't have any ships. That's Boba Fett's ship, rather, for the Slave One. He doesn't have a ship, unfortunately. But his leadership is really the most attractive part to his kit, with all the synergies there with Scoundrels. And on top of that, his damage is through the roof. So that's it for my review here, guys. I think this is a top tier Gear 13 with a Relic 7 character in Galaxy of Heroes. Last but not least, I just want to give another shout out to my boy Arkin. Arkin, thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot, man, for allowing me to show this off to my channel and to the public. That's it for today's video, guys. Like I said, I have a couple more I want to do while I'm gone over the weekend. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you are new here, feel free to sub. We were trying to do the series with Gear 13, so it would be much appreciated if you guys could help support this and get an ongoing series on the channel. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later.